Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is going to be about why they are in disbelief. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, today's topic is going to be based upon why they are in disbelief. So you just shocked somebody. Yes, sir. They couldn't believe what you have accomplished and achieved. All right. And so in this video, y'all, I'm going to give y'all all the reasons of why they are in disbelief. All right. But first, y'all, I'm going to need y'all to drop in the comments and say believe. All right. Because everything I'm about to say is going to be redundant if you yourself don't believe. Okay. Understand that, y'all. And so before we get into this video, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, family, y'all be sure to ring my bell so y'all can be notified after every post I make, all right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Number one, first reason why they are in disbelief is going to be this, y'all. You still made it. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. You still made it, all right? Matter of fact, y'all go ahead and drop that in the comments as well. I made it. And see, let me tell you why that's an important and powerful factor. Because coming from where we come from, matter of fact, I'm going to speak on me, okay? And if y'all can agree or if y'all been through the same thing or something similar, y'all drop in the comments and let me know. But for me, y'all, I come from a home that didn't have my biological father in there, right? I come from a home of domestic violence. I come from a home, you know, where it's a lot of us in there. Like we got 7 in the household, right? 7 inside their home. I come from a place where it was, you know, full of poverty, right? Around the corner, y'all, you know, crackheads would go shop in this particular house. And matter of fact, later, the lady, you know, she passed away. Her name was Julame, right? For those who know, but her name was Julame. Matter of fact, I think she sold weed. Well, she sold drugs, okay? I don't want to lie on her. She sold drugs. But anyway, she actually got killed. But this lady stayed around me, right? This lady stayed around me. Like, she was like, the place was called the Dirty South. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, you know, we had rats and roaches for dinner, okay? And, you know, all we ate was noodles every day. Like, you know, it wasn't like that, but it wasn't a rich neighborhood neither, right? It wasn't a childhood to where we can get every single thing that we want. You know, sometimes we had to wait. A lot of times we had to wait. Might had to put some things on layaway. Like, it wasn't the childhood that you would have dreamed of, right? But it seems as if us who go through these type of neighborhoods and childhoods, you know, we make the best out of our situation. Like, we don't know that we broke, okay? And so I come from a childhood like this, right? But guess what? I still made it, okay? Reno, do you have a multi-million-dollar house and multi-millions in your bank account? I do not, right? I do not. But I'm a young black man, you know, who is an entrepreneur. He's making more and more for himself, right? Building up a platform, preaching the word of God, motivating people, showing them exactly who they can become, trying to develop people's mindsets. In my mind, I made it. In my mind, I made it. A person who published 4 books, I made it. I have courses, I made it. I have, you know, a clothing brand, I made it. I made something other than myself than stand back home and becoming a statistic. I made it, right? And so what I'm saying for you is, whatever that is, I don't know. You may be from LA. You may be from Detroit. You may be from, you know, the Bronx. You may be from Florida, Texas, okay? Out of the country. I don't know where you from. Arkansas. I don't know. But maybe you had a similar childhood as me, like you ain't grow up having it all, but you still made it. Well, Reno, what does that got to do with anything? I'm about to tell you. You know, see, it's people who've been watching you since you was a little kid at yay high, right? What they call it since I was a shorty. You got people who was looking at you since you was a shorty, right? And so now you done grew up. You done grown on up, right? And now they trying to see how you got your first house. Okay, how you publish your first book? How did you build your social media platform? How did you get your car? How did you, you know, make it from this place that was like hopelessness? Make it from this place that was, you know, you guaranteed to be dead or in jail. How did you make it from a place like that? That causes people to be in disbelief. That causes people to be in disbelief. So I need y'all to realize something. They are in disbelief because you still made it, okay? If y'all following what I'm saying, y'all drop in the comments and say, I follow you, Reno. All right? This is a real life true story, okay? And so moving on to the next one, y'all. Number 2, you turned the setback into a setup for success. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you turned the setback, okay, into a setup for success. All right. You took something that you had no control over, right? Maneuvered around it and put yourself in position to win, right? Maybe you was able to go to college. Maybe you was able to open up a business. Okay, maybe, you seen your mom go through a abusive relationship or abusive marriage, and you told yourself, I didn't want that. You told yourself, I would never have that. You told yourself, I want different from my kids, right? And here you are, you had the strength to leave what you was about to leave behind for your kids, meaning you had the strength to say, you know what, I'm going to break the curse right here. I'm going to break that chain right there. My kids won't be having the same life that was given to me. You turned the setback into a setup for success. Somebody drop in the comments and say success, right? The reason why people are in disbelief, y'all, is because if it was them, they don't know how they would have made it. If it was them, they probably would have been broken. If it was them, they would not have been able to embrace the pain that God blessed them with. Why is it a blessing, Reno? Because the pain is what turns your character into the person you need to be to sustain the blessing of God, right? That's what it is, y'all. And so what I need you to realize is you turned the setback into a setup for success. It's some people who came in your life just to set you back. It's some individuals who came in your life just to set you back. That's what they came for, right? I always speak about this, y'all. You got 3 types of people that come in your life, right? You got somebody who comes to help you in a hard time, okay? Meaning they're helping you to, prevail, progress, elevate, You got somebody who's coming to hinder you in a hard time, meaning they are holding you back, right? They sitting here just holding you back, okay? And then you got, somebody who come to hurt you in a hard time, right? Meaning they come to set you back. They come to slow you down. They come to, bring agony and pain onto you, right? Knowingly, because they're working for the enemy. And so what I want you to realize is it's people who are sitting back on the sidelines looking at this like, what? How did they get through? Hold on, what? It's almost like they're watching Superman fight his arch nemesis. My bad, y'all. Okay? It's like watching Superman fight his arch nemesis. Okay? Where I'm talking about they throwing bullets at him, grenades, bombs, okay? Cars trying to run him over, everything. And he's still making it through every time. Right? Just like Batman, no difference. They are in disbelief because you turned the setback into a setup for success. Okay? Once again, y'all drop in the comments and say success. All right? Moving on to the next one, people. Number 3 is going to be this, y'all. Your pain looks like pleasure. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Your pain looks like pleasure. See, this right here is going to be one of my favorite ones. And the reason why, y'all, is because of this right here. I can't stress enough how much I was struggling, okay, when I was working my jobs. And let me make this clear, y'all. I'm still grinding and building now, right? I'm still grinding and building now. So don't think that, Reno is just so above me. He's sitting on the clouds. I'm a sinner just like you. I go through it just like you. I struggle at times just like you. I'm trying to figure things out just like you. The only difference is I get myself up, pick myself up, and I keep going. I just keep going, right? And I have enough strength to say, hey, y'all, this is how I did it, right? You don't got to be on level 10 to help a person that's on level 5, right? All you got to do is be a level or 2 ahead of them. Y'all follow what I'm saying? And so sticking to it, y'all, I can't stress enough, y'all, when, my car broke down on me when I was doing Uber, I was struggling. When I was working at Georgia State, I was struggling. Working at the airport, I was struggling, right? Basically, anytime I had a 9 to 5, I was struggling because that job was not paying enough. But see, on the outside looking in, they like, but Reno got it going on. But let me hold something, Reno. You got about 25 I can borrow? And I'm like, you have no idea. I need 25 right now, right? I need some money in my gas tank. Okay? And so what I'm simply saying, y'all, is your pain looks like pleasure. Like, you don't look like what you're going through. And that's me, y'all. You know, I'm a type of person, I'd rather suffer in silence, right? I'm not saying that's a good thing, because honestly, that is a form of trauma. So I'm not telling you to suffer in silence. It's just that men have been told to, you know, you gotta hold it down. You ain't a real man if you cry. You can't be coming off as being soft. You gotta be hard for the family, right? And so what that causes is a lot of men to suffer in silence, because nobody want to hear about our problems. Nobody want to hear about how we're struggling. Nobody want to hear about, you know, how we need help, okay? Or else we're looked down upon. We're shunned, okay? You ain't no real man, right? And so unfortunately, y'all, that's how our community is, right? But sticking to the point, you know, your pain looks like pleasure. They don't see what you're going through. They don't see the battle. They don't see the war. All they see is the outcome, right? Like, we don't see how many battles that, you know, U.S. loses. We just see when U.S. win the war. Okay? Let me say it once again, y'all. We don't see how many battles the U.S. lose. We only see when they win the war. Therefore, it's like, oh, man, they've been winning all this time. No, they've been losing too. You just only seen the war. You ain't see them battles, right? And that's the same thing with your life, my life. We go through battles every single day. Sometimes we lose, but it's about winning the war. And so meanwhile, life is going on. People on the outside is trying to figure out how they can borrow $100 from you. They trying to figure out how they can borrow $50 from you. They trying to figure out how you can help them, when in actuality, you need help too. And this is why, y'all, I like when Inky Johnson says, you know, don't be a public success and a private failure. That's powerful. Don't be a public success and a private failure, right? That's very powerful, because it's very easy to be successful in everybody else's eyes. It's very easy, you know, to be a winner in everybody else's eyes, but in your family eyes, you a loser. Or privately, you are a loser. Privately, you're not happy. Privately, you are depressed. It's a lot of celebrities living a depressed life. It's a lot of people on TV that we see who got to smile like this, and as soon as they get off the screen, they're mad, they're crying, they're depressed. They're not making the money that we think they're making. No, this is not about celebrities. This is just everyday life. Okay? And this is why it is important to check on your strong friends. This is why it is important to check on your strong friends, because we get weak too. Okay? We get weak too, because every human is a human. Every person is a person, meaning we don't fall short of sin and we don't fall short of pain. Okay? The enemy work on us just like he work on a weak person. The only difference is he just take us longer to get got. Simple as that, y'all. But without beating a dead horse, y'all, your pain looks like pleasure, and they are in disbelief that you are making it look the way that you make it look, right? Understand that, y'all. Moving on to the next one. Number 4, they failed. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they failed. Reno, what are you saying right now? That same thing that you just did, the same thing you just went through, the same thing you just overcame, they failed it. And so they're looking at you like, how? Like, how did you get through that? Like, what did you do so special? Or what did God, you know, bless you with so special that made you, you know, go through this and alleviate all the pain I went through and alleviate all the things that, you know, I thought was impossible to get through, right? What is so special about you? It's your favor. It's your favor, right? Everybody don't have the favor that you have. Everybody don't have the grace that you have. Okay? Let me say this right here, y'all. We all are going to get some things that we don't deserve. Okay? Whenever we get some things that we don't deserve and it's good, that's called grace. Whenever we get some things that we don't deserve and it's bad, that's called life. Why is that, Reno? Because bad things happen to everybody. It don't matter how good you are as a person. It don't matter how good you are as a person. Bad things happen to everybody. Y'all, I know 3 people who died from cancer, and none of them was over the age of 18. James Lawrence, Kiara Harrell, and Malik Spartan. All of them died. And that was good kids, right? They kids like everybody else, right? They ain't perfect, but they kids like everybody else. What are you saying right now, Reno? It's somebody else who was battling cancer just like Kiara, James, right? And Malik, okay? And they actually made it through. The only difference between the three kids I just named you out is they didn't make it. They passed away. Life ain't fair. Now, I hope that put everything into perspective. And what I'm saying is, y'all, some people will fail and some people won't. They have happened to just fail at the same thing that you're doing or the same thing that you got through and you passed. You got through it. Life ain't fair. Favor not fair. Things happen. Some things don't. What are you saying right now, Reno? They see the fact that you made it through and they failed. And that causes them to be in disbelief. Okay? That causes them to be in disbelief. All right. And so without standing on that too long, y'all, we're going to get to the next one, which is number 5. And that's going to simply be this, y'all. You are a reflection of what they're not doing. OK, let me say that once again, y'all. You are a reflection of what they're not doing. So this right here, y'all, is going to be one of those ones, right, that a lot of people may or may not connect with. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we all are imperfect beings and we all are not doing something that we know we should. Like we know we're supposed to be working out, but instead we eating a big pot or bowl of spaghetti, right? We know we should be, managing our finances better, but instead we still being financially irresponsible. Like we know we're supposed to be studying, right? But we chose to go out with our friends. What are you saying right now, Reno? When you see somebody who is a reflection of what you're not doing, that causes you to have a constant reminder and also to be in disbelief. Why are you in disbelief? How dare they do what I know I'm supposed to be doing? That's how ignorant, y'all, we are. That's how the human mind operates, right? Like we know we're supposed to be doing something, and when we see somebody else do it, we get mad because they're doing what we're not doing or doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? Instead of looking at it like, yo, this is my reminder. Let me go ahead and get on my job. Let me go ahead and get on my work, right? Let me go ahead and start working on me. We look at somebody else and shun them, okay? And so that's why I say, some people gonna connect with it, some people won't, right? For those who won't or for those who don't, these are the people who don't want to take accountability. Notice I've been saying the word accountability a lot because I'm taking accountability and I'm taking it every day, right? Sometimes taking accountability, y'all, is not nice. Sometimes you don't want to. Just being honest. The human thing, sometimes you don't want to. But you must and you have to. Let me say it once again, y'all. You must and you have to take accountability and responsibility for your transgressions, your wrongdoings, your sins, all these different things, y'all. Because all of them come together. And so with that being said, realize something, y'all. You are a reflection of what they are not doing, and that is why they are in disbelief. Okay? And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and conclude this video after we do this recap, all right? So 5 reasons they are in disbelief. Number 1, you still made it. Number 2, you turned the setback into a setup for success. Number 3, your pain looks like pleasure. Number 4, they failed. And number 5, you are a reflection of what they are not doing, okay? Once again, y'all, you got these people in disbelief. But once again, I need y'all to keep going, keep prospering, and stay prevailing, all right? And so with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all can check out any one of my books in the description, okay? Y'all can check out any one of my memberships. Not only that, y'all, if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, do so by hitting the link in the bio. And don't forget to enroll into my social influence course, okay? I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.